In today's section of our ecology unit, we will be focusing on understanding what trophic levels are and how ecologists represent them using energy pyramids. You guys will be building an energy pyramid for the Isle Royale ecosystem. To start off, we need to ask the question, what are trophic levels? So, if you're ever faced with a new or unknown vocabulary word in science, it's helpful to break down the word into parts. I'm going to focus on the prefix here, troph. What does troph refer to? Troph actually means related to nourishment. So when we say trophic in biology, we are talking about how living organisms get nourishment, aka how they get their food to sustain themselves. So trophic levels are a way of grouping organisms into different levels based on how they get their food energy. So for example, some animals like the snowshoe hare obtain energy by eating plants. Other animals like the eastern timber wolf obtain energy by eating other animals. Based on these different ways of obtaining food or energy, we can divide organisms into distinct categories or trophic levels called primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. Primary producers are organisms that produce their own energy by using photosynthesis. An example would be the balsam fir tree in the Isle Royale ecosystem we are going to look at. Primary consumers are organisms that obtain energy by consuming producers. Secondary consumers are organisms that obtain energy by consuming primary consumers. And tertiary consumers are organisms that obtain energy by consuming secondary consumers. Looking at these categories, it is clear that there is a relationship between the different trophic levels. Each trophic level is linked by energy flow, as one trophic level obtains energy from the trophic level before it by eating it. Now I want to say that the way I've represented these trophic levels and the energy flow between them so far is a little flawed. If I wanted to create a better diagram, it would look something like this. The most important change I've made here is the representation of how much energy flow happens between each trophic level, right? So why have I done this? This is because the amount of energy at one trophic level is much less than the amount of energy that is transferred on to the next level, because a lot of the energy an organism consumes or produces is actually lost. Where is it going? Organisms use up energy for cellular processes. Some energy is lost as heat, other energy is lost as waste, and this happens to organisms at every trophic level. As a result, only about 10% of the energy at one trophic level is transferred to the next level. In today's activity, you guys will be building a graphical representation of trophic levels in the Isle Royale ecosystem. Specifically, you will be making an energy pyramid. I will talk about what energy pyramids are and how you will construct them in the next video.